That's
Yeah.
kind of the end result. That's what keeps the whole pseudo ads going. So it's quite a big task we got to kind of flip it back to how it was. But I've got a few things up the sleeve that will make it very worthwhile for us to flip it back, um, which are underway now. But that's basically building buyers lists. Is basically what it is. Um,
Mhm.
Obviously, that's quite a big task because what we're looking at the minute. So the way I taught you, for example, is you're looking for 100% ROI immediately, right? And then your broadcast become your profit.
Mhm.
And that's the way I coach. We've got to flip that round slowly. So this, what we kind of will be doing is we'll be building almost two businesses. One will feed the other, right? So what we've got to do now is we've got to teach people to, you may get 60% immediate ROI, but that list will then become worth $1 plus EPC over time.
Yeah.
It's about swapping the immediate ROI to break even into a proper business model. And those people who have got, like you, who have got a list now, understand that the pseudo ads, we're now looking to become almost the MLM. So we will have, um, I mean, you can stay in this niche, you can stay and just do pseudo ads as we know it. But where I'll be moving to is I'll be building a buyers list. And I will practically just use pseudo ads to fulfill my buyers list and then use that for MLMers. Right, so
Sure.
that's kind of what I've been doing. But you can mix the two. You might find on this buyers list you might get. I mean, the buyers list $1 EPC is kind of the norm once you segment buyers. Plus, depending on the offers and things, obviously. And there's all
Mhm.
sorts of shortcuts we can take. It's not like that's going to be a massive, massive job to get that in place. It's actually fairly manageable. I mean, setting up pseudo ads as we know it is probably harder than setting up a buyers list. That's just that people have got this misconception of what a buyers list, and this is what pseudo ads was, if that makes sense. We've kind of gone down a funny route, um, and now we need to flip it back somehow. That's just my opinion. I mean, this traffic domination isn't about like you need to do this. This is about I'm doing this, and this. Pal, you may do something slightly different, and then it's about um, bringing all the things together and making your own system almost, or saying, "Well, Wayne's going well with that. I'm going to do that." So there's going to be multiple ways of earning money with solo ads, list building, and everything else that we're in there. It's about making up your own choice or working together. Everyone might decide to do the same thing. Um, which would make it easier, and then we'd all make money the same way. So at the minute, there's kind of no clear path, if you like. It's just whatever you decide to take hold of. So there'll be traffic methods coming in. Some people will choose not to use them, but then you just work with the pseudo ad list and you pull the buyers out the pseudo ads, the generic pseudo ads. And people have also got a misconception that fresh traffic will bring tons of sales. It
Mhm.
does. In a lot of cases, my own pseudo ad traffic outperforms fresh traffic in a
Interesting.
lot of cases. And I've found that recently there's an old school pseudo ad seller that can deliver me 10,000 clicks a day. My traffic performs better than his, which is bizarre, but it does.
Wow.
Yeah. Um, so better quality clients, that comes with, I mean, you're doing the right thing. One thing I have noticed is more and more people seem to be doing, I mean, I've seen Anki do it, I've seen Raven do it, I've seen you do it. They're making a bit more effort on their Facebook posts,
Mhm.
which is great. But it's all about networking, mate. It is all
Yeah.
about networking. And then when you spend the time, when you sit there and spend the time with a MLMer, and you work their funnel, like I've done it with one guy who's got a survey, and then they book a call or they can call immediately. And this is an offline MLM. This company. And I've
Okay.
worked with him to get it work. I've put in loads of work. I've sent 3 clicks in the beginning to kind of bring him on board, but now he pays zero point 0.5, 0.55 EPC, and he orders every day. CPC, sorry, and he orders every day. So it's building that kind of relationship.
Mm.
Whereas we're all, you know, when you sell to pseudo ad seller, it's simple. You don't really need to have that much relationship with these MLMers. You need to have the relationship. You need to understand sales funnels a bit. You need to understand their goals and the goals of their business. So some companies' goals will be to make clear profit. Another company's goals may be pure volume, depending on how their business is set up. So you've got to understand their goals and how to kind of work with them to achieve their goals. And that's how you get better quality clients. The other way, you can go on Udemy as well. You get a different set of clients on there, but most of those are beginners, which can be a pain in the arse. But I'm creating, or have created, a document which needs tidying up and finishing that teaches buyers what to expect. So we're going to be educating the buyers as well, saying like you might order 500 clicks, and I've got a similar sort of thing at the minute. Someone ordered 6,000 clicks, and I think their expectations were too high.
Okay.
So we need to educate them on the expectations, and you know, to say to people, you're not going to be a millionaire with this until you get it all working. Like, this is just one traffic source, and a lot of people, there's so much more you can do. You can do retargeting. You can literally, once someone signs into your list in certain places, so imagine you get a buyer, you can surround that person with advertising. And you can put them on the buyers list, and you can surround them with products online, so you can retarget them and everything. There's so many things that we can be doing, and then we can educate the buyer on that. You know, pseudo ads are sold too often as a magic bullet. In some cases, they can be. In some cases, they can, but they can just work straight away, and the buyer makes sales. Most of the time, they're not like that, right? So you've got to think these big MLM companies will show their the people that join their MLM just by pseudo ads. It's because it's simple. There's no training needed, and all they do is hand over a link.
Yeah.
So for the MLM, it's an easy solution because they don't have to train anyone. If it doesn't work, the MLM win, and the kind of client loses out. But that's kind of how some of them work. Like you think of Move, that's how they kind of work. Just buy pseudo ads, and you'll make money. That's not that simple. Sometimes pseudo ads will work very well. You've got that disparity as well. You've got that someone can order 200 clicks, make 4 sales, which I had the other day. The same product, someone can order 6,000 clicks and get 2 sales.